I mean, the reality is there are not that many available good producers around. It's not even about affording it. There just aren't that many people who will do it.
Why?
I think people are very careful to just produce shows that they feel will be really successful. So they have to be quite proven as a show and as an act, and already usually have a good relationship. I guess people just want to invest in something that they know is quality and they believe in, and then they can be passionate about it. I mean, the other option is doing it yourself, I guess. I mean, even if there were people around who'd say, yeah, I'll go through the mechanics of it for you, there are a lot of comics out there who don't think they can produce. So there is a market for that, but there just aren't those people around. I mean, I guess for me it is a little bit, but I think for most producers it's about passion. And I guess they want to see a return on their investment, and that's not just a monetary return, that's awards, acclaim, reviews. So that's what you're aiming for if you're producing for the festivals. I think the right producer can make a show better. The right producer is very comedy savvy, and they can kind of almost direct a little bit, and they will watch a lot of the shows and they will tell people what did and didn't work. So a really good producer is sort of almost a pseudo director as well, and they know all the best places to advertise. They know the right people to talk to. They know the right websites to get onto. They are very good at Twitter.
So it's a bit of an all-rounder thing.
Yeah, I think it is. I think with kind of most shows it is. Just out of necessity, I started doing it. And originally I didn't think I could do it, because it's the first time, as you'll know, the first time you do it, it's a pain, and you'll never feel like you're doing it properly. And I've never just produced, so I don't know if you ever feel like you're doing enough to get people in to see a show and produce it properly. That's why I started doing it, and now, I think it's just, I mean, sometimes I buy in a little bit of help here or there with things I don't have time to do, like a little bit of publicity or a little bit of social networking. But now I like to have the control over it. Like, I like to be the face of my own kind of business and my own shows, so... It's easy to think there are only a couple of ways to put bums on seats, and it's such an expensive business. You can't. I mean, advertising everywhere will not necessarily get you the audience that flyering will, and you have to have a really balanced approach. It's like you need a balanced diet in your producing. You need some flyering, you need flyers, and you need good posters, so you've got to spend a bit of money on that, and you need some advertising. But there's no use thinking I'm going to spend all this money on advertising and then I can sit back, because that's not going to work. It's not about how much money you have.
Right.
Good producing.
It's more.
Yeah. The other thing I would say is, when you start, or when you think of it, get mailing lists happening.
Right.
That's probably the best thing to do. And then you can use them again and again, and offer specials and your freebies and your comps and paper the house, because when a comedy festival comes around, there aren't enough people to give free tickets to. Like, it's so easy for people to see good quality free comedy at any festival. But I think a lot of the times people ask you because they look at it as an overwhelming thing and a complicated thing, and it's really not. And I was the same. But I also see kind of a lot of young comics saying, I can't do a show because I couldn't produce it, and I can't get a producer because I can't afford it. And you think you can produce it.
Yeah.
You can produce, just ask people for a bit of advice. You can produce your own show. And I think if there's more than one act in a show, then just divvy those roles up. If you are starting and you don't have much money, there's no better way to learn.